Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Star Wars Life Day Issue 1. This is a one-shot from Marvel Comics. It is a series of 3 stories with an interconnecting, overarching framing story. The framing story is by Cavan Scott, Ivan Fiorelli, and Chris Sotomayor. First story, Deck the Halls by Justina Ireland, George's Jeanty, Victor Olazaba, Pete Panitis, paid on delivery by Steve Orlando, Paul Fry, and Alex Sinclair. Gift of Light by Jody Houser, Kei Zama, and Ruth Redmond. Lettering on all of them was VC's Ariana Maher. Cover by Phil Noto. Edited by Mark Pancia. Assistant editor Danny Kazem. So we start off, apparently Han and Chewie have lost the Falcon somewhere. Never tells me where. I don't know what story that occurred in, so I'm just kind of lost on that. The duo is supposed to meet up with an old friend named Reg, and Chewie goes to the cantina to meet the guy, and Han goes to buy a Life Day orb for Chewie. Well, some shenanigans are going down, and the cantina is held up, and Han is hunted outside, and he's thinking about Life Day for whatever reason. And that leads us to the first story, which is in the High Republic era, from what I can tell, and it's about some gray-haired lady that's really short and looks like a teenager with gray hair, and her Padawan, and they go to the Wookiee homeworld, where they encounter some evil spider plant things. It's exciting. Then we get a little bit more of the framing story, and then we are 7 years ago, where Han and Chewie are supposed to pick up some weapons from the Tradoshans for Jabba the Hutt. But it turns out the Tradoshans have enslaved a bunch of Wookiees, and it's Life Day, so Chewie's not about to have that. Of course, they worked in a Sarlacc pit, because yay, memories. Nostalgia, right? Nostalgia? You guys love nostalgia. Then we get some more of the framing sequence, and then we get one a few years ago. It's undated. It just says years ago. And it's obviously during the Rebellion era. It looks kind of like right around Empire Strikes Back, and it's Life Day, and the rebels are trapping and tricking some soldier while they help out these local, I don't know what they're supposed to be, goat people. And then we're back to the framing story, and it wraps up. This was insanely boring. All these stories were pointless. They didn't go anywhere. They were all meaningless little backups, and they're all just feel-good stories like, oh, look, moderate peril, so that we could tell you the glories of secular Christmas. This was boring. They obviously have no concept of what a religious holiday is. It's just generic Life Day. It doesn't tell you anything. There really needed to be one story that they focused on that was the crux of the tale, and not a bunch of little pointless backups. This was more of an advertisement for their Star Wars line of books than anything else. The art was very wildly varied. Some stories were okay, others were very weak. They all looked unready for a big publisher like this, except for the last story. It looked like it had pretty decent art, but overall I was really disappointed. This is a giant waste of money. Don't bother. It's just a cash grab. If you want to read this, grab it out of a very cheap discount bin. I feel cheated for my $5. Paper quality is garbage. The stories are uninteresting and uninspired. There's nothing really there to bring you in and hook you, and everything feels forced and stunted. So I have nothing good to say about this book other than the cover's not bad. It's boring pinup, and it doesn't really tell you anything about what's going on, but neither do the stories. They don't really tell you how they lost the Millennium Falcon. It just says they lost it, and it doesn't tell you what the point of any of this is. They're all just slice of life, pointless vignettes that mean nothing and accomplish nothing and add nothing to the mythos. So instead of exploring Life Day, they just sort of threw it together as a cash grab that's even more forgettable than B. Arthur singing in the holiday special. So there's no way I'm going to recommend this. This is garbage. Don't bother. That'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description for various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.